You know, certain people want to come on YouTube.com and they want to spew their accusations. They want to spew their meaningless comments, their meaningless videos like they have some sort of evidence, facts, and receipts when they don't have a damn thing. They think they have it all figured out. They think they have it all spelled out, and they think they're a big name, and they think they're a big fish, and they think they're exposing it all. They're relentless. They're tough. They're vindictive, and they're going to expose you. You know, certain people here on this website want to accuse me of sending in some privacy complaints. The only thing private here on YouTube.com is the private area of the brash and the brazen Seanzviewent, where some would say isn't so private. But here on Seanzviewent, we expose it all because you know what? I go to another level. I go to another length. Now, it's been a long time. A very long time. The last time, I can't even remember the last time I talked about a hater, a skeptic, a naysayer, the doubters, the detractors, the trolls. I can't even remember the last time that I addressed this. But it's been that long that I can't remember because primarily I focus and I try to stay in my own lane and I try to do my own thing. I try to focus on WWE and provide that coverage to my viewers, my fans, and my subscribers. But this video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different because you see, when the finger is pointed at me, when you blame me, when you throw me under the bus with no evidence, no facts, no proof, no formula, no receipts, no nothing. Oh, I got flagged. I got taken down. I got a privacy complaint on my video that had to do with Seanzviewent. Oh, but I'm not going to say his name. Even though you're the same person, you are the same person who said, I will never do a video again. Oh, it's been 1 year. It's been 5 years. It's been 10 years. I haven't done a video on you in years. Bro, we know your shtick. We know your game. You want to call me a liar? You want to call me a liar? You want to call me this, that, and the other? Great, bro. Because should I pull up the notebook of lies that you have said and what you've come up with and the things that you've misconstrued and you know, let's not even get into all the lies that I know about you. You said that, oh, you don't want to say certain things. You don't want to say certain things on YouTube about me because you promised you wouldn't, bro. You might want to start saying it because I'm going to start exposing you and telling stuff about you that you didn't think I knew of. You want to make this personal when you have no proof and evidence? I did not at no point did I ever flag you or give you a privacy complaint. Bro, I got every video I do now. Sure, there's some duds. But if you look at my last month, 70,000 views, 30,000 views, 20,000 views, 10,000. Bro, I don't got time to go on your channel. Oh, have I subscribed to you? Bro, you're damn right I subscribed to you because you're the same person that was obsessed with me for years and years and years, video after video, upload after upload, manipulation after manipulation, bullying after bullying, tactic after tactic. Trying to make a name for yourself at my expense. And you think I'm supposed to just forget that? Oh, well, I haven't done a video. I haven't put your name in the title of the video. I haven't put your name in the description of the video. Listen, you know what? There's a lot of things I could say about you. Just like you said in your video earlier today, there was a lot of things you could have said. Well, let's say it, bro, because it's all out there. Now that you brought up my kid, you brought up my daughter, you brought up my girl, you're saying that I haven't seen my daughter in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, because she already has a father, she already has a dad. You have no idea what you've just escalated. You have no idea what you've done. You see, this was never supposed to be brought up again. This was never supposed to happen again. But now, instead of it being the end of the beginning or the beginning of the end is near, you have just brought up something. You have lit a fire under me that has not been lit in a long time. And now that you've pointed the finger and now that you've poked the beer at me and blamed me, thinking that I'm the one that sent you a privacy complaint, even though you're the one that said, oh, well, it doesn't matter what Sean says. I'm not going to believe him anyways. And then in that same video that you just uploaded, you're like, oh, well, you know, I don't want nothing to do with Sean. I don't want him on my streams. I don't want him in my videos. Well, you don't want me in your videos. You don't want me on your stream. You don't want to bring me up, but yet you still bring me up. You still talk about my name. You still drug me into the bus. Here's the thing. You can say whatever you want to say at the end of the day, but you brought up my child. You brought up my kid, and you just made the biggest, and the biggest mistake of your life. because I didn't want this to happen ever again. I didn't want to go down this avenue. I didn't think I'd have to go down that lane. I tried to do WWE. You want to call it clickbait. You want to call it fake. You want to call it this, that, and the other. Bro, if you want to talk about lies and BS, nobody is a bigger liar in this community, and you have been exposed over and over again by Crystal and others, your own friends, your own family. You have been exposed. And I have the book of lies right here, and I'll expose it, because if you want to bring up my past, you want to keep bringing it up, and you said you would never bring it up again. You said you would never do another video on me ever again. Bro, you're the kind of liar that if you walked into a church, it would burn down. The whole church would burn down. That's what would happen. You think that you're special. You think that you're spectacular. You think that you're God's gift to woman. You think you can do no wrong. This community knows what you're capable of. This community knows what you've done. But nobody knows the levels and lengths that I will go to now that you've done this to me. Because it's not even a matter of you accusing me and blaming me of trying to take your channel down. I don't want nothing to do with you. You're meaningless. You're irrelevant to me. You don't mean nothing to me. And I haven't done a video on you in years. You just like you said, I haven't done a video on Sean in years. But yet you keep going back on your word. And you wouldn't say about me. You wouldn't bring my name up. You wouldn't talk about me. But yet here it is, my name all over the place. You do a 3-hour stream. The first hour and a half all about me. You bring up your little panel. You have all the people defending you and standing up for you like you've done no wrong, like you're perfect, like you've done no injustice, like you haven't lied, like you haven't backstabbed, like you haven't manipulated, like you haven't castrated. And you want to come on here and blame me for something I never did that I had no involvement in? You better have some facts, evidence, and proof and receipts that I was the one that sent those privacy complaints to you. Believe me, if I wanted your channel down, it would have been down a long time ago. Because people like to say that I'm responsible for a lot of channels being taken down or deleted or depleted or obsoleted. But when you brought up my kid in that video, when you brought up my child, when you brought up the fact that you think you know what you're saying, I've talked to your ex, I've talked to this, I've talked to that, I've done this, I've done that. You have woken the beast. You have woken the monster. And you know what? You're damn right I subscribed to you. I did subscribe to you a couple years ago because I knew it wasn't going to end with you. It never ends with you because you've been obsessed. You have been a stalker of mine. You have done video of me. Of course I'm going to watch your channel when it's about me because it's always about me. I haven't done a video in a couple of years. Bro, you think I'm going to forget all the other years, all the other days, all the other months, everything you've done to me, everything you've said about me? All the backward crap you've done about me, but yet, at the same token, you're just as bad. You're just as in the wrong, and you won't admit that. I'll admit, yeah, I've lied, I've done this, I've done that, and the other. But, bro, at least, unlike you, I have never been arrested. I have never been in the jail. I never had to beg for my bread and water in jail. I don't have a record. Unlike you, you have a record. I don't have a record. But the only record that's going to be here and stated on Seanzviewent Entertainment from here on in is the record of me bringing this to an all-time high. Because this feud, this scenario between you and me, it was supposed to be dead, gone, and buried. It was supposed to be over. It was supposed to be finished, kaput, never to see the light of day ever again. And now a whole new chapter is about to be written because now this is never ever going to end. This is never going to go away. Now that you've brought up my kid, now that you brought up my child on a YouTube video, now that you've brought up my ex, you've brought up courts, you've brought up this, that, and the other, you have no idea just what you have done. All you had to do is shut up. All you had to do was be mute. All you had to do was put your little stupid binoculars on and realize and recognize you don't understand the levels and lengths that I'm now going to go to. Because when you bring up another man's kid, another man's child, and you talk like you know what you're talking about, when you don't know a damn thing, when you're just as big of a BS artist, a bullshit artist, and you have the audacity, you have the gall, you have the nerve to come on here and talk about me and lies that I've come up with. Oh, you've talked to pedos, you've done this, that, and the other. You know these pedos, and you have no idea the can of worms you have just opened up. You have no idea what is about to happen. You have no idea. And I'm not going to say I'm going to go and beat your butt and beat your backside and do this, that, and the other. And the only thing you've been able to beat up is talking about my cock, my manhood, because that's all you've been doing for the last several years is talking about my cock and my manhood. It's so small. It's so tiny. I need a magnifying glass to see. I think you're talking about your own brain. You see, at least my cack was able to make a child. At least I was able to come in a girl. At least I was able to get the job done. You see, that's something you'll never be able to do because you'll never live up to the anticipation. You want to talk about a video that you did earlier today. You said, oh, there's certain things about Sean that I know that I'm not going to say. I'm not going to bring it up. Well, there's a hell of a lot of things about you that I know that I'm going to bring up. And it's going to be things that is going to, if you thought you were painted in a bad way before and there was evidence and proof from Crystal, from your own friend, there's a lot of things in this notebook I have. You want to talk about backing things up and saving things that you had to do with me. It's very sick and sinister. It's very repulsive to know that you had many videos backed up of me for years and years, whether it be an old desktop, a laptop, a cell phone, a PC, whatever it may be. You have upload upon mashup upon edit of my cock. You have been talking about my cock, my manhood, my penis for years and years. So what if I brought the Attitude Era to my channel and I did antics and I did drama and I did storylines and I did angles? But you were all angled into my cock because you loved my cock and you're still talking about it 10 years later, 8 years later, 7 years later, whatever it is. I know it was a long, long time ago, but here you lay, here you stay, here you stand, still talking about it. And now you want to have the audacity, the gall, the nerve to blame me and point the finger at me and say, I know it was Sean. I want receipts, bro. I want receipts because if you don't give me those receipts and if you don't give me an apology, I'm going to take this feud, this scenario, because this isn't about sour grapes now. You see, the spoke on the wheel is going to keep turning now. You thought this was dead, gone, and buried. You thought this was over. What you did to me for all those years, all those videos, all those mashup, all those edits, ain't going to mean a damn. That's going to be a cakewalk. A cakewalk. That's going to be child's play in comparison to what's going to happen between you and me and what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do and what I'm going to expose on you. You better get everything out about me because in my next upload, sometime this week, it's not going to be weak. It's not going to be the faint of heart. It's not going to be for the faint of heart. You might want to put the kids to bed. You might even want to put yourself to bed because once you've brought up my kid, once you've brought up my child, you have reached the point of no return. And believe me, I wanted this to be dead, gone, and over. I didn't want to open up this again. I didn't want to go down this way. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, but then I hear that you're talking about me and poking the fun, poking the beer, and you're trying to antagonize me and accuse me and harass me and bully me and chat. You're trying to do all these things, and you think you know what you're saying when you're the biggest piece of crap, the biggest piece of bullshit artist I've ever seen. I've lied. I've BS'd. I've done drama. I've done antics. I've done storylines. But you are the sickest of the sick. You are repulsive. You are vindictive. You are messing with somebody that is relentless. You are messing with somebody that is determined as anything now. Because we might be miles and miles away and you say you're going to be in Massachusetts. Because in the same video you said you want nothing to do with me, but yet in the same video you said, oh, well, if you give me an offer to go to your house or if you talk to me on Facebook, which is it? You don't know what side of the coin you're on. You don't know what you're doing because you're dumb, you're stupid, you're idiotic. You don't exactly know what you're getting yourself into because you don't know what I'm capable of. Like I said, what I've done in the past, I will make it look like child's play. Because what I'm going to do next and what I'm going to say and what I'm going to expose on you, it didn't have to be this way. I didn't want to have to do this. You toothless wonder. You toothless piece of shit. You want to say I don't have what it takes to get the job done? It's a small itsy-bitsy cock. Penis. Well, we're going to see just who the penis in the cock is at the end of the day because I can assure you right now that you haven't heard the last of Seanzviewent Entertainment because this is just the beginning. The beginning of a scenario and a feud that I never wanted to revisit, but now the games are going to begin. Subscribe.